G'day collectors, my name's Greg. I'm the Research and Development Manager here at Authentic Collectables, and today we're going to be having a look at prototype samples. So a bit of a quick word before we begin. What's a prototype sample? Why is it important? These are the first time we actually get to see a physical model come down from the factory. So when we start, we'll supply them with a decoration layout showing, the full livery, where the stripes go, all that sort of stuff, all the logos, all the fine details. Along with a pile of photos and anything else we can think to give them. Send it all up to the factory. They work their magic and come up with a decal set and everything else. And then they'll send us down the prototype samples for us to check, have a look at, make sure they're all the way we want them, make any changes that are necessary. So this is kind of the first part of actually getting a real car out to market. So today we've actually got the Grove Racing Mustangs, so we've got the Sandown ones here and the Copper Rockets over here. Let's start with the Sandown ones and we'll go through them in a bit of fine detail. Right, so here we have two of the Mustangs that were raced at the 2023 Sandown 500. The livery is based on the 1979 XC Falcon as raced by Alan Moffat and John Fitzpatrick. The Federation one, which I think is a really classic livery, so I'm quite happy that Grove chose to use that one. Between the two cars, we've obviously got Matt Payne and Kevin Estry's version, which has the dubious honour of being the first Mustang across the line, and David Reynolds and GT's car, which sadly lost a wheel reasonably early in the race and was a bit of a DNF. No, we're not going to be modelling it without the wheel. Anyway, let's get down to the cars. So once we've got these cars, we actually have a bit of a look through them, make sure that there's no issues that are going to cause any problems, make sure that everybody's covered all their bases. We might have stuffed up, factory might have stuffed up. So if you have a bit of a look, you can see straight away that Reynolds' car has no name and number on the bonnet, on the windshield, sorry. That's something that obviously we'd need to fix. There should actually be a sun visor in there as well. That's kind of missing, so stuff like that we'll go through with a fine-tooth comb, basically write a list down for the factory, explain what's wrong and how to fix it for each individual thing. So for these cars, they'll end up with about 20 or 30 different comments, and just going through them and making sure that everything is in the right spot. Generally, there's a little bit of joggling that has to happen for logos and stuff like that. When we do our decoration layouts, they're kind of a 2D side view and a top view and front view and a back view. And sometimes the factory will not quite interpret the way the logos are supposed to go on the car. So that's the majority of what we end up doing. Obviously, if the cars are complete trash when they come down from the factory, we'll basically ask them to do it again, but that's a very rare thing to happen. These two cars are actually pretty good straight off the bat. There's only, like I say, about 20 comments, which is not too bad. I think they'll be pretty good to go. All right, let's go on to the Copper Rockets. Right, so these are the Copper Rockets, as I like to call them. Their livery was the one that was released at the 2023 Bathurst, and then raced in future rounds. So we've got David Reynolds, GC600 winner with the surfboard. I think that's a great trophy for the Gold Coast because it's one of Australia's premier surfing destinations, whereas doing snowboards for Sydney Motorsport Park, because that's obviously one of Australia's greatest alpine destinations. We've also got Matt Payne's Adelaide 500 winner, which is actually his first win in Supercars, and isn't he doing well at the moment? So these cars are actually not too bad, and the biggest issue that I had with them is that copper colour. So the actual real cars are kind of a brushed copper. If you reduce that down to a 1/18th scale, that does start to look really weird. So I had a lot of trepidation in trying to get the look of the cars right. A good scale modelling tip for those who are interested: if you're trying to get something to look right and it seems a bit too loud, just back it off and be a little bit paler, because quite frankly you'd never look at an actual car colour so far up close. So we tend to use a little bit of distance fudging, a little bit of model magic to make them look right, and I think they've actually come out spot on. There are still a few little issues that we need to fix. Case in point is the yellow stripes around the side of the car. They should be a little bit fatter, stuff like that. When I did the decoration livery, there should be a little red stripe that goes across the back of that. I stuffed that up, whoopsie doodle. And so yeah, we'll go through everything and make sure that we're happy with virtually everything on the car, make a list of notes, explain what's wrong, how to fix it, and then basically send that off to the factory, and then that will become the basis for the production cars. So these are pretty good. There's only a few things that we need to tweak, and then they'll go into production. So these cars will probably be available in the next couple of months. Keep your eye out at stockists, or if you want to, jump onto our website and register your interest for these cars, and you'll get a notification when they're ready to be released. And yeah, as always, like and subscribe and all that other guff that everybody says on YouTube clips. And we'll see you on the next one for a little bit more of an in-depth look into what we do at Authentic. Catch you later.